Eye-Brawl. Definitely my favourite giant. Hello everyone, hope you're all doing amazing today. My name is Mr. Hero and welcome back to Skylanders Giants. Today we're going to be having a look at the eye for an eye path on Eye-Brawl. So as I said at the very start of the video, Eye-Brawl is my favourite giant. Why is he my favourite giant? Because he was my first one. He was my first giant and I've treasured him for life. No matter how many times people are going to say he's bad, he's just my favourite. So the eye for an eye path, if you don't know, if you've been stuck on the melee path, which I can understand because I was too, basically buffs the eye laser attack and also adds a new level of strategy and gameplay to Eye-Brawl. And it definitely helps out a lot, because Eye-Brawl can be pretty bad at times, but in this video I'm going to show you how to use this path effectively. So without further ado, let's master our eye laser skills. Before we jump into any gameplay, we're going to have a quick little peek at his upgrades. And also there's one other upgrade that I wanted to talk about, called Headless, Not Helpless. Someone on my Eruptor video requested that I talk about it, so I don't remember the name of the commenter, but here you go. So, Headless, Not Helpless. While flying the eyeball, his headless body will punch continuously. You would think, oh yeah, this is a good upgrade because having him be able to move around would be a good thing and punch dealing more damage, right? Yes and no. Yes, because he punches and it does damage. No, because he could easily walk into enemies and get himself hit. So when you're using the eye, you preferably don't want the body to move. Like, you want the body to stay where it is, and then just have the eye just go around shooting its lasers. But having the body now move around just adds a lot more issues, and it can become quite painful. So that's Headless Not Helpless out of the way. It is unfortunately not a good upgrade. But let's move on to the eye for an eye path. Asserting independence. Eye-Brawl can now fly faster and for longer duration. Basically makes him faster, lasts longer, gives him golden wings. That's just it. That's just the basic upgrade. Eye crawlers. Now this upgrade is really good. When enemies are hit with eye lasers, eyes form around the point of impact. This upgrade is good because the mini eyeballs, they do pretty good DPS and do have some form of aggro. For those who don't know what aggro is, just have a look at Zook and Stump Smash. For example, if Zook shoots his mushrooms or cactus, the enemies will go for the cactus or mushroom. Same with Zook on the Nut Path, Series 2 Zook. If you shoot them out, the enemies will follow. Makes them really easy to use. Basically just known as aggro abuse. That's exactly what they are. And basically this is what the eyeballs do. So if you're in a sticky situation, you've done quite a bit of damage with the eye lasers and you need to get the body out of trouble, you can just go back to Eye-Brawl, walk away, and then the tiny eyes should be able to finish the enemy off. So yeah, this upgrade's probably the best one of this path. And finally, Bouncy Bouncy. I'm not going to go too in depth with this one because this is one I didn't use in the gameplay because I may or may not have completely forgotten about it. So, while flying in the eyeball, press attack 3 aka Z to bounce the eye on the ground. Yeah, I didn't use it. I'm sure it does pretty good damage, but I didn't use it. So with that being said, let's jump right into some gameplay. So remember when I said Headless Not Helpless was a really bad upgrade? I found a counter to it. So basically what you want to do is get the body stuck behind a wall, and then when you do that, you can just keep the body trapped on the wall and then deal with the enemies with the eye lasers and then just go back and walk up. Quite slow, but it's effective. Here's another example of this. So as you know, chapter 3, usual area. Don't know how I didn't get hit there, But as you see here, we got him stuck over here. I'm using the eye to just guide him out the way of the archer's attacks. But basically just keeping him stuck between this rock and tree just to make sure he doesn't get in the way. But as you know, to activate this part, we need to go down there. So we gotta deal with the final guy, just keep the brawl safe as possible. And now we gotta go down there. And now is where the difficulty comes in, because using him is quite painful at times, because you'll see he's just moving all over the place, just randomly not knowing where he's going. So you constantly have to guide him away from the enemies, which is alright, because even though he can be a bit slow moving away, it's alright to just guide him around. And plus the eye lasers do deal with the enemies fairly quickly, so that is one of the better things about it. And as you saw there, the tiny eyes are doing a ton of damage. So, awesome. So as you can see here, this is normally where I do the bridge skip. But with Eye-Brawl, you can't do it. But you can do this. Go into the eye, make him walk off there, and he just clips up. I did not mean to press C and jump down there. That was a complete accident. So now we gotta walk all the way back. This is definitely gonna be a long ass chapter 3. But I ain't complaining, because we don't even have to do this whole little area down here, which does skip a lot of time considering Nightmare mode normally for speedruns. And if you're using Eye-Brawl for Ultimate Nightmare mode, you're definitely going to want to do that constantly. So on to the arena. This is a toughie, because as you can see here, there's no walls to hide the body behind, and there's a chance that you could fall off, which does make it a little bit more painful using this guy. But it's okay, because the eye lasers, as I said, do amazing damage. Plus having the tiny eyes constantly doing even more damage combined with the eye lasers definitely helps. So as you can see here, we got the drones chasing Eye-Brawl there, but we get through it no problem. And this is the area where we have to face 5 of them. How are we going to do that? Just huddle them all up, basically, and then just run away, and then just start shooting, and then just guide the body away, and then when you think he's at a safe distance, just keep on shooting, and then let the tiny eyes do all the work. Boom. That's why I love the Eye Crawler upgrade. Having those for extra damage definitely helps in the more dangerous situations where you would probably need it. So now we got the drones, not there, the dro archers, yeah, just chilling on the edge. And yeah, the body nearly walks off. That's something you're going to have to be careful of when you're doing this arena with Eye-Brawl. Just got to make sure he doesn't accidentally walk off the arena and stuff like that. But now we're dealing with spell punks, more drones, and I kind of cheesed this a little bit because I guided them into the fire, but since it's there, you might as well use it. But yeah, that's pretty much there. And he said headless, not helpless. That's one of the upgrades. The eye for an eye path is definitely a good path, and it's the path that I'll probably be choosing from now on if I want to play as Eye-Brawl. Sure, I absolutely love the melee path, and I'll be sure to give that another go later on. Eye for an eye just seems much better. So now we're dealing with Brock. We're going to do this the usual way of cheesing him to fall off, and hopefully he does. No, not yet. There we go. He's at a safe distance. Walk really close to the edge, but not too close that you fall off, and there you go. Brock is dead. We nearly got this hitless, but unfortunately we did get hit by an arrow. But that is going to be it for this video. Thank you all for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe, and if you have a video recommendation, please let me know. It really helps out. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.